We are back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Zhodiac here with another guide for Kingdom of Heroes Tactics 4, and this time we're going to be tackling Fafnir F11. Now I know you've guys probably seen many guides like this, and probably not much different, but I thought I would just fill out my repertoire and do a guide anyways. So if you haven't in the beginning roll for Ingway, it is not imperative, but for me it's very important. I have never progressed this fast in a game this easily. Basically, I won't say I'm at end game, but the things that you can do right now is, well, kind of end game. I can farm B11, get the best runes with lots of RNG, obviously. But let's just go over a character overview quickly of Ingway. I've been ranting on about him a lot in my previous videos, and that's because primarily I think he's super overpowered. I love his kit, and for me, he's one of my best ruined characters at the moment. He's not perfect by any means, but my runes suck at the moment, so for me that's as good as I could get. Other people might disagree, or probably like completely disagree, and I won't say I've done like the smartest choice, but I've dumped like almost all my skills into him anyways, right? Because he's the last man standing when I'm doing PvE, and he carries quite well against PvP as well. So I have filled out everything, not everything, but this way I'm tapping here. So this increases his base accuracy as well as it doesn't increase his chance to counter, but he does have a 35% chance to counter. And the accuracy is very important because when he gets buff, he can transfer buffs, but that buffs needs to do a resistance check, right? So it's your accuracy against the enemy's resistance, and then only will you land the debuff. So the higher accuracy you have, the better chance you have of landing that debuff. So with this extra stats pushed into accuracy, it allows you to ruin with a little bit more freedom as far as accuracy is concerned. The skill that fell into this one was also quite awesome because it allowed me to reduce my cooldown by 1. This one will successfully block HP recovery, which is very important in Fafnir 11 because he has a swipe that will heal when he hits you. But luckily, because even if I don't have that HP debuff on him, he will glance me, and if he glances, he just doesn't recover HP. That's impossible. But additionally, I'll also have a chance to grant 30% continuous recovery on myself, so that's awesome. This is the skill, I think that is, which one is it? Yeah, this one. So this is the skill which is locked behind the awakening. So if you awaken him, he does recover 12% of HP lost when he doesn't have any active debuffs, and obviously when he's below 30% HP, he'll also get a defense boost. So this is a very sustainable tank. He does everything like by himself. I won't say he doesn't need a healer, but in PvE you can go without a healer, and then of course his bread and butter skill, which is AoE. Both skills AoE, but this one is his first skill, no cooldown, and the current level I have it on, level 7, he has now 50% chance to provoke an enemy for 1 turn. He can also transfer debuffs when he gets whacked, right? So this skill, what can I say, multiplies or ranges off HP. So the more HP you have, the harder the skill hits, and because this is the skill that you counter with, you want to make your HP as high as possible, so you're giving in some good hits afterwards. This is the runes I have. It's not the best runes. For example, I mean, I've got let's see, flat HP, but okay, this is a HP rune, and so on and so forth. I was super noob. Please don't be noob like me. I finished the second rune dungeon till about floor 5 or 7, and I got the rewards for the revenged set. I looked at it, I was like, blue, delete, right? I sold it. I was dumb. I could have kept it. That would have increased my counter rate by 15%. So please don't be stupid like me and go and sell them. Keep them. You'll use them for this character. It'll be awesome. But I was a dumb noob and I sold them. So rip, right? Was that it? Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna go and run Fafnir 11. I'm obviously gonna speed up this part because my man can take his own sweet time. Later on, when you start ruining out your sets properly, right? Your characters. Sorry, I'm just gonna take out these characters because I did say it's a solo run, so we can put we can put Ingway in there, but I don't want to waste the XP, so I'm gonna throw where's Lucifer? Sorry, just give me 1 second. Lucifer? Lucifer. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw that character in there and I'm gonna let it run and I'll chat a bit. So when you ruin your sets better, right, and you can make this runs faster obviously, but I'm saying that choosing Ingway in the beginning is clutch because you can run this as soon as possible, right, and that way you can ruin your characters better and you know you're just off to a much better start, right. Also he's gonna run very slow. It takes almost about what 5 minutes to do a single run, so it's extremely slow runs, but that's fine because you know I mean this is 7 days in and we're doing the last rune dungeon to get us the best runes, but as you progress you will get better characters, and characters that I would say is, you know, kind of viable for this dungeon. I would say Lucifer. He has a continuous damage in his skill set, and he can fly, so this obstruction of getting in the way is not going to be an issue. He'll just fly when he's obstructed, so that's cool, and he will apply dot effects to the boss. I'm not sure how viable Thea will be here. You know, they kind of picking her a lot. For what's my brother's man? For Lucifer, you can put vampire set on him as well, and you know that will help him sustain his HP better. And then of course we have Ingway as well with a vampire set, so he can survive longer. Okay, so that is the run. The run's finished, and let's see, what did I get? That's okay. So as you can see, that was a solo run by Ingway. Most of the characters died in the beginning. So one thing I will say is that that runes for the revenge set, the counter, is quite important. My Ingway didn't count as much as I would like him to have, and again, I do admit this is quite a long run, but in the beginning, you know, you take whatever you can get, and obviously later on as you get stronger heroes to help accompany you with that run, you can add Claudia in there, whoever else you might like to add in there. One thing I note, if you've noticed what I did during the video, I opened the settings menu and I was tapping repeatedly. You can actually change the AI of how your heroes act when you're on auto, so that they ignore the ads and go straight for the main boss, and they can mow down the main boss without taking too much time or too much turns spending trying to get rid of the ads. They will still attack the ads if they can't get to the main boss, but other than that they will only attack the main boss. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you have any questions you can always comment down below. Anything you'd like to ask either about this guide or anything else in the game, I would obviously like to help you as much as possible, and if you have guide recommendations I would appreciate that as well. But for now that's all. Thank you guys so much again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and even comment. I'll appreciate it so much. Always helping my channel grow, and again, thank you. Peace guys.